This match was done at the same time as mine, so oh right, yeah, it's Tyrant Tyranitar. How did he even get around the first match anyway? Oh, I don't know. Anyhow, I come in to see Void's Void's Gliscor get ice punched right from the start. That was kind of funny, but Bullet Punch does nothing to Celebi. Celebi has Psychic, which is pretty cool, but it gets confused, doesn't hit itself, that's always a bonus, and Machamp kind of goes down quite easy. So Gengar comes in, I guess it wants to Shadow Ball, and yeah, Void got lucky with the confusion here. But that's fine because Celebi is now taking out 2 Pokemon and it's probably going to get pursued here, but at least it did something. No, it's got crunched. Wow, okay, so fair enough. I guess if it had pursued it might have lived. Anyway, it's pretty obvious it's Scarftar at this point then, so Skarmory can come in and get some free spikes, that's always nice. In comes Electivire, you don't normally see that every day, but Rotom kind of does an awful lot to Electivire, so that's fine. Don't know why on earth it even cross-chopped there, but anyhow, Scarftar gets burned by Will-O-Wisp, and that pretty much messes up everything for it. But it does get the defense drop hacks with that, so yeah. I don't even, how did it even, oh yeah, I must have used like spikes. This match is going too quickly for me. Anyway, for some reason that Annoyer Rotom is out again. That's a really lame moveset to be honest, but yeah, the miss and cross chop didn't matter at all. Ice Punch does nothing because Rotom has Rest, so it's Rest, T-Bolt, Will-O-Wisp and Sleep Talk, I guess. It doesn't have Shadow Ball, so Celebi can come in without worry. However, Blissey can crap all over Celebi forever, so Blissey doesn't get the Toxic off though because it misses, which is annoying. Toxic seemed to have missed an awful lot today, but T-Wave and Psychic can recover on the same set, so that's T-Tar bait right up, but whatever. I kind of guess this is just really weird of for some odd reason, Tyrant Tyranitar had to try and stall out a Blissey with the Annoyer Rotom, but Toxic really just screwed all over that, and Aromatherapy is not helping him at all. But yeah, this match went extremely quickly, and I don't even know what to say to it, it's just there. But oh well, these matches do go by quickly sometimes. Celebi is doing nothing to Skarmory whatsoever, so yeah. I don't even know why he's switching out so much here, it doesn't make a difference. You could just easily kill it with Skarm, but I guess Toxic is there. It's a thing, isn't it, really, Toxic? Toxic is an absolute pain in the ass when it works for you, but there we go, that was the match done. So the last match had to be Void against PDC. And Void made the horrendous mistake of giving PDC a good luck thing at the start. And I said it to him in the texting as well. You will not want to give him good luck at the start. And yeah, don't say that. However, he did. So Gliscor gets a crit right at the start there. That was kind of odd, but I guess it didn't really matter too much because all it did in this game was use Stealth Rock and 1 EQ. And yeah, I don't think Void was expecting an Ice Beam straight up, but why would you even stay in against Suicune? It's totally the wrong Pokemon to stay in against. But oh well, for some reason PDC is determined to beat Blissey with offensive Kun. Doesn't happen this time, but of course he goes for the sub-pain split Gengar. This is the same as what happened in our match, but I don't think Void really cares either. He says that, but to be honest, he's really not in that bad a position on it. But he does try to take a more offensive route against it than I did, which, I don't know, I guess is kind of okay, but you could have very easily just stayed in and stalled it to hell with Blissey, but whatever. He ends up trying, I think he ends up surfing it several times just to try and get it down, but this is where CB Knight comes in, and it has taken a lot of damage right from the start. That's obviously something I didn't do because I didn't get Stealth Rock up. And PDC foolishly goes for the Outrage. I don't know why he went Outrage turn 1. He should have done something other than that, probably Superpower, but to each their own, I guess. Skarmory manages to get a layer of spikes up, so it's looking as if Void is doing pretty well at this point, and he should have been, but yeah, Gengar doesn't really do very much because he gets whirlwinded from, making substitutes, so Gengar has like no health left anymore. Overheat does an awful lot of damage to Blissey there, but it's okay because Blissey has soft boiled, so it works fine. The pain split was unfortunate, but it was going to happen anyway. Void is obviously running Stall Team here, so I guess there isn't really very much you could have done about the pain split. But it's okay because, Gengar is going to go down eventually. I think it might sub here, if I remember rightly. This is the one match of the ones I didn't play in that I did win, that I did watch. Nah, okay, so it went straight for Shadow Ball. So Gengar goes down, which is good for Void, but now I think Dragonite can get a free switch in, but at least Gengar went down, because Gengar seemed to be annoying him, even though it couldn't really do very much. Dragonite is at low health here, but it's kind of unfortunately going to still do an awful lot of damage, and yeah, Void gets out predicted with a Fire Punch, I guess. Should have done that in the first place, PDC, but oh well. Yeah, Rotom comes in for stuff, basically. I guess it's trying to Will-O-Wisp, but this is scary. You've got Specs Heatran using a flash-fired move, and I don't think it actually uses a fire move here. This is what's silly. Really should have, but yeah, well it did, but it didn't use Overheat, which Overheat would have actually completely smashed everything there, but yeah. So Void gets let off there, basically, and yeah, not really a whole lot that we can say about that. Blissey can stall it out now because Blissey isn't getting 2-hit KO by a Flamethrower. That's kind of sad considering it has Specs and Flash Fire on its side. But yeah, Lucario comes in as Blissey uses Seismic Toss, which is kind of interesting because now, yeah, Swords Dance is obvious, but yeah, there isn't really a whole lot that can be done at the moment. All of Void's team is slower than Lucario, so it's guaranteed to get 2 attacks off on it. So yeah, I make the point of seeing if that was Cresselia it would have survived, and then Void says if it was Cresselia he wouldn't have a spin blocker, and he's got an all Stall team, so he kind of needs a spin blocker. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. He does end up killing off Lucario without taking too much more damage because Celebi comes in against it, which is good. Flygon is probably going to U-turn this one, and I think, yeah, it's kind of obvious, but yeah, now Dragonite is probably the one that would come in, or not, because Heatran is still around. Yeah, I kind of forgot about Heatran, but Heatran should be stalled out here, but yeah. I can't remember how much health Blissey's got left though. Void's just too busy talking to actually make the move, but yeah, Blissey had pretty much full health, so that's good. But it can soft boiled up here. Blissey actually beats Flygon normally, so, or at least mine does because it's got Wish Protect, but yeah, he went for the Death Fodder, so Skarmory can come in and boost up very easily. Outrage does like nothing. I don't know if he was paying enough attention to see the yeah, he wasn't paying enough attention to see the the 3-turn outrage there. So that was a bit of a misplay, and he knew it. But I don't think it mattered that much in the end, but it could have done. Anyway, again, PDC is determined to beat Blissey with offensive Suicune. It doesn't work, boy. It just doesn't work. But, you know, he tries anyway, and really does, like, nothing, because Blissey just craps all over it with S-Toss and Toxic. So, oh well. That kind of happens this time, I guess. But, yeah, S-Toss is the obvious move to do, because that pretty much is the only thing that actually matters at this point. But I don't know, he might actually softboil, considering the couple of turns that you know, Suicune has calm-minded. But yeah, there's just a whole lot of discussion going on at the moment, and not a whole lot of battling on Void's part. But yeah, he soft-boils up because he wants Toxic to finish it instead. You know, keep Blissey at full health for what comes in next, which is probably Dragonite at this point. But yeah, Dragonite's got one shot left in him, and that is kind of all that's needed to do a gigantic dent. But it comes in, the Celebi takes the outrage and then will die. It's a 2-turn outrage, which is a right pain in the ass, but Void can now roost up Skarmory as Dragonite is pretty much going to kill itself. You know, PDC didn't get the luck with outrage there. But there is one final misplay on Void's part. Void really should have just, you know, not switched there. I know you can't predict the crits, but, you know, there really should have been nothing. You know, he should have just sacrificed some Skarmory there, because Flygon can't take Blissey by itself. So he would have come in with Blissey at -2 special attack, you know, and that would have been game. But he didn't. I guess his time zone is really weird, so he would have been playing this at God knows what time in the morning. But that's just the way things go, and PDC ends up hacking his way to the win of this live tournament thing. It's not going to be the same next week, I'm guaranteed that. At least I would want to guarantee it. But anyway, that's game there. So yeah, thanks for watching the 3 videos, guys. See you next time.